Well, good morning out there in Facebook Live. Thanks so much for joining us right here from the Nasdaq market site in Times Square, New York for this morning's installment of the Behind the Bell series. We had a great company ring the opening bell this morning, Ameris Bank, and we're thrilled to welcome CEO Dennis Zember.
All right, Rob, thank you. And
thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you to you and David and Gabby and the rest of the team for hosting us this morning and the big time we had. A really exciting opportunity to come up here.
Well, we have loved having you and your team, so thanks for joining us again.
All right.
Dennis. So I always like to start there. What can you tell us about Ameris?
Well, Ameris is 48 years old. We were started in Southwest Georgia, small towns. Really grew up there for most of our career, but about halfway through our career, we got on an M&A track, and we've grown the company pretty successfully. Like I said, we've been, in my comments this morning, we've been publicly traded for 25 years.
Happy
this
anniversary.
year. Thank you. I mean, this month, excuse me, 25 years. Pretty excited about that. I'm joined today in New York by our board and our executive team, as well as the new board members that are joining from our pending deal with Fidelity, and 3 new executive team members that will be joining as soon as we complete that deal as well.
So a lot going on.
Yes,
still,
sure. Exciting times.
You mentioned 25 years as a Nasdaq listed public company. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
What has being Nasdaq listed meant for you and your team and for Ameris?
You know, I'd tell you, today we're pro forma with Fidelity. We're about $17.5 billion. Wow. We're in 4 states. We serve about 100 communities. I would tell you that we couldn't have arrived at this moment had we not been publicly traded. Had we not developed the relationships with the investors and the capital markets, had the capital markets access, raised the capital, we could not have accomplished what we've done today. So I would tell you that being publicly traded has been invaluable. I mean, it has its ups and downs and its pros and cons, but that's life. Everything is. It's been very positive for us.
And we love the fact that you're Nasdaq listed. So
well,
again,
happy to be there. 25 years.
Well, you've got a lot going on that you've talked about. Is there anything right now that excites you the most, or opportunities that you've seen that you find very compelling?
I feel 48 years in the making, we think that this is the most exciting time for Ameris. We have just announced the largest acquisition, or largest merger, we should call it, that we've ever come upon. It's Fidelity Southern in Atlanta, Georgia. Once we close that deal, we're going to be the largest, most recognizable brand in Atlanta. We feel like we are just now hitting our stride. About what I'm excited about, this is a real opportunity for us to kind of transition from a lot of M&A, which we're pretty good at. We have a real infectious culture that helps us integrate those deals quickly, but it's messy and difficult. The opportunity with Fidelity and in some of the bigger markets that we find ourselves is all organic, and we're really excited about using our culture and our products and services to grow the company organically and see what we can do on our own.
Sounds amazing, Dennis. I always get fascinated by this. Community and regional banking, innovation and the opportunity through growing. Can you talk a little bit about the connection with the communities that you serve?
That's critical for us. I mean, right after the folks on Facebook here didn't get to see this, but right after we had the opening bell, we had a little ceremony and a toast, and we raised a glass and celebrated the gentleman who started our company. His vision was for us to be impactful in our communities and to be leaders. We don't want our people to just serve in the community. We want them to be leaders, and that's in our DNA. That's our core.
And you're going to take it forward, so congratulations.
We are.
And speaking of leadership and innovation opportunity, a lot of our viewers, you're sitting out there, they're in their dorm rooms, they're sitting at a table in labs and incubators thinking about starting a career or the next great business that could be Nasdaq listed. What would your advice be to them?
Well, I have a 20-year-old and a 16-year-old, and so I'm in the advice giving business with those guys. But
so listen, guys.
Yeah, I would tell you a couple things. One, I would tell you to be able to balance short-term and long-term thinking. We're 48 years old. We got here by having really effective long-range thinking, having a real good vision for the future, but short-term matters too. The next quarter, hitting those numbers and getting results quickly matters. The other thing I'd say, I think maybe this is more important, is to sort of view yourself as a leader. Kind of, you know, you're coming out of school, you're coming out of college, you're going to be technical. The company you're going to work for is going to train you. You're going to be technical. If you want to sort of separate yourself from the herd, view yourself as a leader. Look around, see how many people follow you, and really hone those leadership skills and use that to create a positive change in your company or in your community.
Fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
So leadership and balance.
Yeah.
Dennis, congratulations
Thank
on
you.
all your accomplishments.
Thank you.
Future and present.
Yep.
So congratulations on 25 years on Nasdaq and almost 50 years.
Yeah,
company.
exactly.
So
Thank you for the partnership with Nasdaq.
we love having you. So thanks again. And to the audience, thanks so much for joining us this morning. We'll see you next time.